Hi, welcome to Construction Update. These are the 10 hottest stories in the construction industry this week. I'm Larry Stewart with 4 Construction Pros.
And I'm Jessica Lombardo with Asphalt Contractor Magazine.
Number 10 on the list this week is 35% of contractors turning down work due to labor shortages. The second quarter U.S. Chamber of Commerce Construction Index hit its highest point since the quarter before the pandemic. And contractors are optimistic about revenue, new business hiring, and equipment spending. So, things are good, but 88% of contractors are having difficulty finding workers. And of those, 35% have turned down work for lack of skilled labor.
Skilled labor is going to continue to be an issue, so we got to find a way to fix it. And well, we have the number 9 story, and that Sunbelt accelerates growth and acquisitions and new locations. So they opened 29 greenfield locations in North America in 2021 and completed 5 bolt-on acquisitions in the fourth quarter, leading to what the company is calling a Sunbelt 3.0 strategic growth plan. And the rental market is really thriving right now, so these locations are going to help meet the growing demand for rental equipment.
Yeah, wow, 29 locations in this year. That's amazing. So number 8 on the list, 5 questions for general contractors to ask before buying construction technology. So the pandemic pushed a lot of much needed digital technology into the construction process and raised the baseline for tech adoption in a way that it appears to be continuing. How do you make sure investments are going to improve your construction outcome? Kyle Peacock, who's CEO of a mid-sized general contractor that bears his name in the Bay Area, suggests answering these key questions before you buy. Check that out.
Yeah, so the number 7 story this week is construction starts dipped slightly downward as higher material prices hit housing. So according to Dodge Data and Analytics, single-family construction felt the brunt of higher material prices back in May, while non-residential and non-building continued their modest recovery. So this article, it also outlines other segments of the construction industry and how they're faring as we start to continue to recover from COVID-19.
Yeah, interesting that the numbers on starts are from May, but since the beginning of June, lumber prices have fallen precipitously, at least lumber futures. Now, it's still out on retail, but things are improving, at least in the lumber segment. Okay, so number 6 on the list, U.S. housing starts bounce back, but the housing shortage continues to grow. Both single-family and multifamily housing starts improved in May, and year-to-date numbers look great compared to 2020. But a detailed analysis of all housing data in the State of the Nation's Housing Report from 2021, just released last week, shows that the number of single-family starts in 2020 hasn't been seen since 2006. And soaring home sales and prices have worsened record shortages of housing near jobs, affordable housing, and starter homes, as well as widening the racial inequities around ownership, access, and wealth.
So the number 5 story this week is the 4 issues that the construction industry must address as part of the post-pandemic recovery. So as we're kind of starting to return to normalcy, experts say the U.S. construction industry needs to be fully prepared for a potential $35 trillion boost in the construction boom. We can't continue to do things the way we've always done and expect to remain competitive. So this article kind of outlines 4 areas where we can start improving.
So number 4 on the list, Brock opens manufacturing in Chattanooga. The 108,000 square foot facility for producing asphalt plant components on its 23-acre site is near the airport for improved parts, shipping, and response.
Great. So the number 3 story is a pretty interesting story that's not really being talked about too much in the industry right now, and it's Buy American provisions and how they can lead to negative impacts in the construction industry. So Congress introduced the Endless Frontiers Act, which is a largely umbrella bill kind of introduced by Majority Leader Charles Schumer. But it's a comprehensive overhaul of these Buy American rules. And part of those rules are going to require a variety of construction materials, such as asphalt, cement, binder, stone, and gravel that are going to be used in federally funded projects to be made in America. And while we do support utilizing American materials and labor any way we can, this is going to negatively impact our industry because aggregates and binder are not readily available in some parts of the country. So we need to import from Canada and Mexico. So you're going to want to make sure you check out this article and how this can kind of shake out for the industry.
Right. Number 2 on the list is a recap of recent crane collapses. A worldwide study shows almost half of tower crane accidents resulting from errors in erecting, dismantling, or climbing. and 27% occurred during operation, 13% from operator error, and 10% caused by weather. There are links in this story to information on major crane accidents in 2020 and 2021, and a roundup of expert advice on preventing collapses.
So the most read story on our website this week is actually a video, and it's how it's made, the LeeBoy Special Edition 8520B paver. And this is a really cool story. LeeBoy, who's been manufacturing pavers 56 years, through a family business, has teamed up with another family business, American Pavement Specialists, and they designed a custom raised on blacktop paver that has features on it that the American Pavement team requested. So they requested it, LeeBoy built it, and it's a great story about how Raised on Blacktop is a huge initiative to bring younger people into the industry. And the video just kind of shows how that very first paver rolled off the manufacturing line.
That's our list for this week. Thank you so much, Jess.
Thank you, Larry. Have a great week.
You too, and thanks for tuning in. We'll have another list for you next week. Be safe out there and have a great weekend.